The Faculty of Humanities, Social Sciences and Liberal Arts at Sri Guru Gobind Singh Tricentenary University has hosted a thought-provoking dialogue that explores the deepening partnership between India and Israel. Organized in collaboration with the American Jewish Committee and the Central Coordination Cell, the event featured distinguished speakers including former diplomats, retired army generals, policymakers and journalists. These thought leaders shared valuable insight about enhancing collaboration and fostering a shared vision for progress and unity between the two nations. The dialogue focused on security, technology and cultural exchange, reinforcing the commitment of both countries to a strong, forward-looking partnership aimed at mutual growth and stability. My colleague Brian has spoken to those who took to the dais at the event. Take a listen.
Okay, we are here for a conference and seminar with SGT University and American Jewish Committee's Project Interchange. It's about India and Israel, their relations, Israel's global relations in terms of the Arab world, what is the future forward, as well as anti-Semitism. So we have gathered here some of us who are part of the American Jewish Committee's Project Interchange, where they take journalists and all to Israel to acquaint themselves, to acquaint them with the situation there. So we are here with that. Apart from that, we had invited a few guests. The Israeli Deputy Chief of Mission was here, and as well as, I would say, ambassador who talked about India-Israel relations, about Israel's relations with the Arab world, what is the future of the Abraham Accords. There were two gentlemen from the military as well. And so overall, it was a very good conference. And then we had a panel discussion in which there were journalists and there was a representative of AJC and also a professor. So overall, I would say it was a very good conference. And because it was meant for students, I think, and given the interest that they showed in it, I think they did get a lot, did get to learn a lot about the situation, about Israel, about Gaza. It was a free-flowing discussion that we had, no holds barred. Questions were asked and answered. Overall, I think it was a great seminar. SGT University and the Vice-Chancellor and for the opportunity they gave us to host the seminar at the university.
So this event was, the seminar was a very interesting and very timely requirement, which Joyita Basu was, she's an alumna of the program which my organization, the American Jewish Committee, we take delegations, including your CEO, for example, Rishabh Gulati has been on my delegation. Manjari herself, Dr. Manjari Singh has been on my delegation, and Joyita went last year. Dr. Manjari went in 23 along with Rishabh. So this idea is when we take delegates like this from India, people from the media, people from think tanks, etc., including your boss, Karthike, was also a part of my delegation. And the idea is to show them Israel, show them what it's all about. And now these kind of seminars, these kind of events which happen here, the idea is to bring in that expertise which these people have learned, bring it here, the knowledge, and share that knowledge with especially young students, with college students. The idea is to let them know and let them ask questions about things they're not familiar. Not all these college students can get a chance, maybe, to go to Israel. But at least we can begin by answering questions. And maybe they get the curiosity, they get the facts, and they also wish to travel to Israel and they want to learn more about what's actually happening on the ground. As we said in the seminar, there's a lot of misinformation, and that's not the best thing for young people.
So is it also to enrich, also change the perspective how it has been going against Israel for a while now? There have been propagandas also that was going on to break that kind of propaganda that has been going against Israel.
That's part of the task. That's part of the task, because as Indians, we are perceived as neutral, friends with both the Palestinians, Arabs, and the Israelis. So the idea is to now show that we have been there. We're not sitting here in some air-conditioned room and giving lectures and giving knowledge about what's happening there, as we say, Gyan, sitting in Delhi, sitting in Noida, whatever, in the office. Our delegates have been there. Part of the people, every single person who's been in the seminar has been to Israel and speaks from a perspective of first-hand experience, not second-hand, first-hand. And there are intelligent people, they can form their own opinions. How much can you fool people by taking them to see them that I, as a delegation leader, take them to see things that we want them to see and hide things from them? You can't do that.
I'm Professor Debashish Bhattacharya, and I'm the Dean and Professor of the Faculty of Humanities, Social Sciences, Liberal Arts at SGT University. And today's seminar was a fabulous seminar. It was a forum where there was a lot of exploration, deliberation about the rising, growing strategic relationship between India and Israel and how it is impacting the emerging world order, the dynamics of the emerging world order. Such kind of a seminar comes with a lot of deliberations which are so meaningful in the form of not only academics but also from a political, geopolitical, geostrategic point of view. And when such seminars are organized in an educational institutions where faculty members, other students, research scholars are there, it really educates everybody about the substance of the topic and get to know about, they are able to know about the and create an awareness about what is going on in global events, geopolitics and geostrategic matters in the world, in an emerging world order. Every day things are changing. So such events are really game changers in the educational system as well, because they bring a lot of new views, perspectives and ideas which always are helpful for the students, the academia, as well as the policymakers, industry as well. To really understand the dynamics of the region or a specific area or even global dynamics, and then formulate policies.
So this is Dr. Aman Jaswal. My PhD is in Sociology and International Relations with a particular emphasis on the situation in Kashmir. That's what my thesis is. Well, today's conference, I'll say today's seminars, gave us a diverse and a very enriching perspective on the current situation of Israel, you know, on how media narratives are shaping discourse. In these discourses have got a future trajectory towards how this Israel-Palestine conflict is going to shape itself. So whether it's a never-ending discourse, whether the two-state policy follow-up down the line, these are certain questions that were answered in today's seminars, where leading experts like Ambassador Yassina, Major General Katoch, Lieutenant General Singh, Arjun Ardas, Ms. Basu, Dr. Manjari from various diasporas and perspectives gave their opinion on some very critical and important issues that help us understand and conceptualize Israel as a nation, Israel as a diaspora for Jewish studies, and how, very importantly, India and Israel are forging their continued historic relationship. And right now we're standing at a juncture where the India-Israel relationship, may it be agriculture, may it be defense, may it be education, stands a very important juncture. And India has been a very good ally for Israel from the past. It's not a hidden agenda. And we are hoping that with continued dialogues like these, a shared vision is going to prosper itself into a, envisioned vision that's going to be collectively united.
So I'm Abhijit Iyer Mitra, Senior Fellow at the Institute of Peace and Conflict Studies, and today I was at the Newsx SGT University event on understanding what's happening in Gaza and the Middle East in general. I thought we had some very meaningful discussions. We went very deep into what is happening in Gaza. And before that, we also had a very in-depth exploration of, the length and breadth of the India-Israel relationship. And I think that was the most important thing, because everybody talks about defense. Nobody talks about the agricultural or the human or the educational aspect. Which I think is so much more important. I know weapons are everybody loves action movies and things going boom, but it's the education and the irrigation and the agriculture that make this relationship particularly sustainable. So we talked about that. There were lots of misconceptions about what is happening in Gaza, lots of propaganda busting that had to happen. And it's necessary, because till you have that kind of sort of aggressive questioning and an confrontational approach, you're not going to get to the truth. And I think that's what we try to do. I don't claim to have gotten to the truth, but certainly we try to dig a bit deeper and try to reach, separate the facts from, propaganda.
I am Dr. Manjari Singh, and I was invited to this conference organized by AJC, Newsx, and SGT University. And I think it was a very comprehensive discussion about India-Israel relation, about how Israel is kind of placed in the region, and what are the misconceptions about Israel in the region itself, and also in Europe and in the international discourse. So that is what the event was all about. And I think it was a very holistic event, because every facet of India-Israel relation, or about understanding Israel, was kind of discussed. And what was most important was that this discussion was happening in a university. So it was young researchers who were kind of included in this entire process. And I think we need to have this kind of discussion more and more with more universities in place, because there is a lot of misconception when it comes to understanding Israel and Israel's history, culture, and what are the misconceptions about Israel. So that is all about the event, and I feel that it was a very inclusive, very comprehensive kind of an event, and we saw that everyone from various facets of the academic culture was part of it. Like, we had former ambassadors, we had lieutenant generals, and we had people from the media as well as academics who were discussing Israel. So I think one cannot find a better platform like this in a short frame of time. So thank you so much.